Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, kings and queens of the land. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Just good evening, everybody. Good evening, the royals, as the Makazo would like to call you, the royals. Good evening to the royals. I must apologize. I have been away for too long. There were other things that I had to attend that I couldn't find time to come to YouTube to talk about issues. Um, I must apologize to all those who wait to hear from me. I'm not undermining. I'm not undermining your support. I'm not undermining your contribution to my life or to my channel or to my growth. I have to honor and come out and talk to you um, exactly. Good evening, kings and queens. Good evening. Good evening, the royals. Good evening, Africa in the basket. It's okay. The best is that you are back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, King. Good afternoon, kings and queens, everybody. Feel at home. Today we're discussing about President Zuma's trip to Russia. What's about it? We're talking about President Traore in Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. We're talking about the revolution in Kenya. There's a lot of issues that needs our discussion. The ANC in Gauteng preferring not to be in a coalition with the Democratic Alliance. The white men, the ANC in Gauteng realizing that the white men need the black men far more than the black men need the white men at the moment. The white men need the sellout black men more than ever. And Lusufi in Gauteng have realized that the black man is needed more by the white man at this moment than the black man needs the white man at the moment. The black sellout men, the black sellout slaves are needed more by the colonial masters at this moment than the black sellout slaves need the colonial masters. Click the like button and subscribe. My name is Mgonim Konto. This is the Royal Opinion discussing about. I want to share before we get deep into our discussions on the different issues that we're talking about. I just want to share this video and then we will take it from there going forward.
Listen carefully to this video
I
and tell me
see
if what
yellow
President was
soldiers
is not happening today.
fighting in
Good
South
or wrong.
Africa, killing white men and black men alike. I see villages burning. South Africa will be a tyranny, worse than any that we have seen in Africa. And South Africa's new government will be weakened and it will be seized by force. Some of the black men and women who are today negotiating peace are going to be arrested by a government in the very near future. They will be accused falsely of treason, and I see them standing in chains before military thugs. My eyes cry for you, Dr. Mandela. You have plowed a garden, but you are not going to be there to reap the bright fruits that you thought you were planting. My eyes cry for you, my Lord, Prince of Pumangene, Mangosu Tubteles. You shall be humiliated before the world, and your people with you. The Zulus are going to be called the enemies of peace. And many are going to be destroyed. My eyes cry for all my brothers and sisters who are in position of leadership in South Africa. How Gozo, Lord of the sky, why do I see you in a darkened cell? God defend you, my President Mangok. You built a great country, but I see its flag lying in the ground, stepped upon by hooligans, trampled over by murderers. Why? Why do the killings continue beyond 1994? I pray for you all because you do not see. You do not see that foreign murderers are at work in our country. It suits them in their great banks in America. It suits them in their great palaces in England.
That was Credo Mutwa giving a prediction about what is going to happen. Click the like button and subscribe. My name is Mngoni Mkonto. This is the royal opinion. Queen Dimakazo. Thank you very much for joining, Queen Dimakazo. Grand Rising Royals, good to hear the voice again. It's been a while. Let's show the message. Queen Dimakazo saying Grand Rising Royals. Good to hear the voice again. It's been a while. Greetings to you too, Queen Shalala. Thank you. Queen Shalala is Africa in the basket there. What's a what a sobra mode stepping into what hey the Makato very deep there. Vola Mazulu, the great soul ever lived among us, talking about Credo Mutwa there, Vosamazulu, Credo Mutwa. Good to hear from you, King. Thank you very much, Queen Makato. Please, all the royals, let me know who are you? Are you a queen or are you a king? Let me know. I want to know how many queens are watching and how many kings are watching. Just tell us, I am a king. Tell us, I am a queen. Or my name is Queen or King. Please tell us where you whether you are a king or a queen. Today we're talking about, click the like button and subscribe. Today we're talking about President Zuma. There's a lot of issues that needs to be addressed, but one issue that I want to firstly address is President Zuma's visit on to Russia. President Zuma visited Russia on a medical checkup. According to official reports, according to his foundation, he's on a routine medical checkup. President Zuma visiting Russia there. But I want to say President Zuma visited Russia in preparation of this one. Let me, because I don't want to. Um, President Zuma is visiting Russia in preparation of these things, which is coming. Uh, you had the prediction from over the great Vusamazulu Credo Mutwa talking about uh, white soldiers or yellow soldiers who are going to be walking and predicting that Zulus are going to be called the enemies of peace, saying that many are going to be destroyed in the process. The leaders, the African leaders, are going to be destroyed in the process. Many of the African people are going to be destroyed in the process. The white man will defend his resources. These people who are 64 countries went to elections in 20, let me say, 64 countries across the world had elections in 2024. Those elections are to immediately implement in all those countries, implement this thing here, the one that you see there, has to be implemented from 2024. So 64, it's a record number of countries in the world going to elections at the same year, in the same year. 64 countries across the world have gone to election this year. Let me show you some other things. Where's my pen? I think I lost my pen somewhere. But you remember Begune something called Umjovo. Umjovo was in preparation of those elections. Those who understand, I don't want to mention it by name. Umjovo was a preparation of the elections that were supposed to be held in different countries in South Africa so that my father here can be implemented. This guy, if I mention him by name, this video will be blacklisted. Some of my videos are blacklisted, so I don't want to mention him by name. I don't know if you are able to see. If you are able to see, you can just tell me that you can see what I'm showing there. Click the like button and subscribe. My name is Mungurim Konto. We're talking about this guy that I'm holding in my hand, who is getting implemented in 2024 across the world, has to be implemented. The West is implementing. So South Africa is one of the key countries. South Africa and Kenya is one of the most important countries for the colonial masters, the slave masters and the colonial masters. South Africa has a special place. South Africa is one country. It's the only country in the world, in the whole world, which has in its reserves of minerals, resources, all the elements that are used for producing nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons, all the elements that are used in the manufacturing of nuclear energy or nuclear weapons. South Africa is the only country in the world which has all those elements which are found across the world. So, and the Cape Point, the Cape Point. I need to have my pen. I think I lost my pen. The Cape Point, yeah, I have the pen now. It's one of the most strategic places in the world. This one is coming. This one is coming because if you need to be free, if you have to be free, or if you want to be free, uh, you have to show your braveness. Otherwise, why would they let you free? Uh, why would they leave the minerals that are so expensive in South Africa for you to determine the future of South Africa? I mean, for black people to determine the future of South Africa, why would they leave it to black people to do that? So they have to defend themselves. I was talking about this one. Co- Sorry for taking time in this presentation. I don't know. Talking about this one, this guy here, it was in preparation. I mean, this one, it was in preparation for the voting to neutralize the people, to make people dumb a little bit, so that you hear the if you listen to the American debates, what they are debating there, how dull it is, what they are debating there, even children can do better. Anybody, even uh, grade 5 children can debate better issues than what the American presidents or candidates are debating in America, because the thinking of the majority of the population has been dumbed down by this one which they introduced during that time. Uh, this one which was introduced during that time, when the father was here. When the father was here, they wanted to introduce this one in order to dumb down the population, so that the thinking of the people is as the standard of the thinking of people, it's as dumb as the debate in those American debates. Uh, So President Zuma has visited China, officially saying he's visited China for his medical no, not China, I mean Russia, uh, officially saying he's visiting Russia because of his medical checkup. But anyone would be fooled to think that President Zuma is only visiting Russia for medical checkup. President Zuma is in Russia for strategic planning of my brother here to have support to start my brother here, because otherwise, if my brother is not put into practice, black people will never get their land back in South Africa. My brother has to be put into action. The one that you see in the on if you are watching, the one that you see there, that brother has to be put into action in order for black people to get their land. Click the like button and subscribe. Click the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Those who are not coward will have to uh, uh, step forward in order to be able to fight with the system. In Kenya, people called let me see. LL Entertainment. Thank you for joining. You for joining. I'm not even sure you are a queen or a king, but I know you are a royal. You are part of the royal. Thank you for joining, and thank you for coming back. I've been away for a little while. I apologize to everybody at the start of the video. I apologize that you were waiting for me for so long. I'm here now. Let's talk about the issues that we're talking about. President Zuma, because the people who are implementing this thing, I want to explain. I don't know if this can be seen on the screen. The deep state, if you know what I'm saying, is the one which is implementing all of these issues, the one which is implementing what we're talking about. Queen Magato saying that is an unwavering truth. That thing was engineered and targeted Africa, most importantly, SA. And yellow people were used to flood us ngomjovo. It's true. That is what was happening. The yellow people who came to capture our land. LL Entertainment saying, bring it on with your war, and we are not scared of you. Can anyone see these papers? Who is Bongumu Sakele? Can anyone see these papers? I'm not sure if you can see the papers. Tell us, do you see them? Can you see what I'm showing on the screen? Like when I'm showing this one. Okay, let me try. Let me try again to show on the camera. When I'm showing this one, are you able to see? King Kele, you can zoom this one. King Kele, you can zoom it to see. Yeah, you can actually zoom it to see. I was trying to show you I'm not allowed to mention the name, so that's why I'm showing on the screen. Because if I mention the name, then this video will not be will be blacklisted. So this one, let's see, my brother here that you can see in the screen. For clue, it has 19 on it. If you can see him, he was brought only for the sake of this one. Only for the sake of this one. They had to bring my brother so that they can dumb down the population in preparation of the election, so that the implementation of this guy, the big guy here, the implementation across the world and across the British colonies, the British and the American, Americans are the imperialists, and the British are the slave masters, are the colonial masters, the slave masters and the colonial masters. They want to implement this where the black person will actually be ruled using force. Uh, it will be ruled using force like they are using now in Kenya, like they are doing in Kenya. In Kenya, a revolution is happening there. Revolution is happening in Kenya. What is happening in Kenya is not isolated to what will happen in South Africa, and is not isolated to what is currently happening in South Africa. What is happening in Kenya, the only difference is in Kenya, there's a population, a young group of young people. They call them the generation Zuma, so the Gen Zs. They call them the Gen Zs, the generation of Zumas. That generation is the one which is leading the revolution in Kenya. In South Africa, what is the Gen Zs? What are the Gen Zs? How old are these people? These people are uh, categorized as people who were born between 1995 and 2010. Those are the category of the people that they call the Gen Zs. So in Kenya, they are the people who are leading the revolution. What is the reason in South Africa young people are not leading the revolution? It's because the system has been able to take the black man into the black child to become an alcoholic in South Africa. The black child in South Africa is an alcoholic. He's become an alcoholic. The boys and the girls cannot be able to liberate the country because they are engaged too much in drinking alcohol. uh, People in Kenya still have the consciousness. The young people still have the consciousness. In South Africa, young people, when they post messages on Facebook, they think that is the biggest protest they can stage. The biggest protest they can stage is when they go on Facebook. Old people will not be able to liberate the country. And the reason why old people will not be able to liberate South Africa, we must really give thanks to President Zuma. South Africa in the future should really give thanks to President Zuma for availing himself to fight the white system head on. President Zuma availed himself to fight the white system head on. He's got more to lose when he fights the system than when he actually submit to the system, because they were just going to give him billions to go and stay in Kandla and finish his life there. As there's already it's already a known fact that President Zuma was offered $2 billion to go and stay in Kandla and stop fighting for black people. It's already a known fact that that has already happened. He's got more to lose when he fight for black people than when he actually sell out. Than when he actually takes a sellout position. So the people who are fighting in Kenya are the young people. I don't even know if it's okay if we call them the Gen Zs. Because if you say the Gen Zs, it sounds like it's a different kind of species that just appear from somewhere. Maybe if we call them black children, because that's what they are. They're just black children who are fighting against the colonial masters and the imperial masters there in Kenya. Uh, and the same group of people in South Africa cannot be able to do it. That's why here the struggle is led by President Zuma in order to liberate the black child from the colonial rule and the slave masters. My name is Mngoni Mkonto. Please click the like button, uh, click the subscribe button. Today we are talking about uh, so many issues to talk about, but we're talking about President Zuma's visit to Russia. That it's not just a visit. Queen Dimankato saying, King, maybe move the sharing screen for us to see. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get what you are saying, Queen. I'll try and do something for you to see. I'll actually prepare and just maybe take things online so that people can be able to see. Um, let me, for those who arrived late, let me share.
Listen carefully to this video
I
and tell me
see
if what
yellow
President was said
soldiers
is not happening today.
fighting in
Good
South
one.
Africa, killing white men and black men alike. I see villages burning. South Africa will be a tyranny, worse than any that we have seen in Africa. And South Africa's new government will be weakened and it will be seized by force. Some of the black men and women who are today negotiating peace are going to be arrested by a government in the very near future. They will be accused falsely of treason, and I see them standing in chains before military thugs. My eyes cry for you, Dr. Mandela. You have plowed a garden, but you are not going to be there to reap the bright fruits that you thought you were planting.
Have you already seen the military thugs? Have you already seen the arrest of the people who are fighting for freedom of the black people? Is he Credo Mutwa, Credo Vusamazulu Mutwa's prediction that yellow people, yellow soldiers are going to occupy the land and South Africa will be a tyranny? Is his prediction correct? And I say already here in South Africa, here in Pumalanga, in Delmas, actually, here in Pumalanga, in Delmas, there is a mineral which is only found in South Africa and Haiti. It's only found in South Africa and Haiti. It's actually an extraterrestrial substance. An extraterrestrial substance, it's a substance which has not been formed by elements which are found in planet Earth. It's a substance which is um, teleported. The elements which have formed iridium are not found in planet Earth, have been teleported from other planets into the land, into this land. Uh, Teleportation, taking other things from other planets, were actually lifestyle of black people a long time ago. That is a subject that we're going to discuss some other days. So this iridium is only found in South Africa. The price of iridium per ton of material, per metric ton of material, is the selling price at the moment as we speak. It's more than $45 billion. The selling price per ton of material, let's say per kg, it's more than 45 million USD, US dollars. It's called iridium. Uh, Between 2018 and 2022, they have mined an amount equivalent to 6.6 trillions in South African rands of this iridium. This iridium, it's used in manufacturing of airplanes engines, something that needs resistance, high heat resistance. So this is only one mineral which is available in South Africa. There is more which white people are mining and harvesting in South Africa without black people even ask for anything. So, are we going to face a war? Yes. Are we going to face an occupation? Uh, I need to find the right angle. Uh, when I do it across like this, that's the name I'm not allowed to mention. Yes, if I mention that one, our youth in Queen Makato saying our youth in South Africa is being neutralized by alcohol, drugs, and flashy lifestyle. That is very true. LL Entertainment says, Viva ANC, good night, fellow South Africans. Love you all as country and people. Thank you very much, LL Entertainment, and thank you for your love there. It's okay. Viva ANC, it's a different one. Nkosi Bengu saying, is Jacob Zuma in Russia? Yes, President Zuma is in Russia for his medical checkup, routine medical checkup. But I say he is not in Russia for that. He is in Russia in preparation of this, which is coming here in South Africa, in preparation of my brother here that you see in the screen. President Zuma is going there because you need international uh, um, alliances. You need international powers to align with you so that you can be able to fight the mightier. If you are alone, if you are just a small country alone, then you are not going to make it. So black people will not be able to fight these people because they are well established. They don't care about life. They have been killing people. They are killing people. They will be continuing to kill people. Already 20, I think 23, 24 people are already killed in Kenya, uh, killed by the colonial masters. What is what is nice about it? It's because the Gen Zs or the young people or the young black people in Kenya knows exactly who they are fighting. They mention exactly. Oh, let me show you what the people. What is this? The IMF. They are actually fighting and mentioning exactly the IMF and the Americans. They want President Ruto to go because he's a puppet of the deep state. He's the puppet of the deep state. They want him to go. So the young people in Kenya, we still have some young people, some young black people who are fighting in Africa, uh, knowingly or unknowingly, that we are fighting the same person. President Ibrahim Traore, another issue that I wanted to talk about or touch on, bans what they call in South Africa adult content. But let me write it down here so that you can understand what we're talking about. President Ibrahim Traore bans without even taking it to parliament for voting. What do you think? Without even taking it to parliament for voting, says, if we take it to parliament, people may think they have a chance to win. So we just need to ban it. We just need to ban it. President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, the lion, the lion of Africa, the young men that we can say we can talk in the same line as President Zuma. Um, Let me show this message. I struggle to read there. Okay, thank you very much. Utisa Stembele kunina madoda. Hi, no, thank you very much. We will try and inform people whether these people they want or they don't want. We will keep on informing people, talking about exposing them for what they are. Those people, the IMF, VAT, what is the reason for people to pay VAT? VAT is basically uh, payment for existence. Black man, for him to exist, he has to be taxed. He has to pay to the other guy. He has to pay for him to exist. VAT is payment for existence by the black man. Now we only rely on MK party to save us from these eminent forces that wants complete take or to take us back to apartheid. Let me show the message there. Siphamandla Gift Mbeu saying, now we only rely on MK party to save us from these eminent forces that wants completely take us back to apartheid. We are already in apartheid. We have been in apartheid. There has never been any time where we were free. We were just blinded. People were just blinded, told lies that people are free or there's any freedom in South Africa. There's never been any freedom. What happened in 1994, white companies were failing. The reason white companies were failing is because the majority of the money is with black people, because black people are in majority in South Africa. Because the white minority excluded the black man from buying from the white man. So the white economy was collapsing due to numbers. The black economy was growing due to the expansion of the black population. And when they realized that the black person who is in the homelands is now accumulating more money than Pick and Pay, more money than ShopRite, they decided to open for black people to consume the white man's products, and they call it freedom. William Ruto is another puppet, but who happened to be voted by the Kenyan youth. I don't blame them because they never thought that Ruto will sell out. Uh, William Ruto is a puppet. He has been a sellout. Not only now, he's been a sellout even before uh, he was voted in as president. It's just that this type of sellouts are very difficult to figure out because they clearly have no conscience. They don't have any conscience for their own people. they can lie through their teeth without feeling anything. Uh, Ramaphosa has been lying in South Africa through his many times. If you want to know the president who lied the most in South Africa, he would take the cup. Uh, these people are very deceptive. Superman like Gift Mbiu saying Traore also bans the international media outlet. Yes, that's what I want to talk about as well. He also uh, bans, not only bans the adult content. What do you think about the banning of the adult content? I would like to hear your opinion about it. About the adult content in Burkina Faso. Uh, I don't know if I can be able to find something that I wanted to share. Per second on the internet, there is more than 28,000 people who are watching the adult content, contributing over $3,000 per second to the industry, to this industry. Sorry, to this mafia industry, contributing $3,000 per second to this mafia industry. Why is it allowed to exist? I don't know. President Traore, without taking this to parliament, he says we can't allow these things to go to parliament because they will think they have a chance. He bans it. And then he also bans TV France for talking lies, for talking propaganda about the people of Burkina Faso. Tell me, what do you think about media freedom? What do you think about media freedom? President Trump banning TV France about their lies. Uh, Journalists have got an obligation to report the news truthfully. Media freedom also goes with the responsibility of reporting responsibly the news in a responsible way, not lying about people, lying about things with an intention to for economic or for political gains, or with an intention to create propaganda for other uh, uh, agendas uh, that people promote. So, President Traore banning France TV, I think President Traore is one of the people who is going to be, who is targeted, just like President Zuma. Uh, Let me just write here, but also say it in another way. Uh, he is targeted for this. We need to pray for him. Just like President Zuma, President Traore is targeted for this by the Western powers. Yes, they want to eliminate. They want to eliminate him. They want to take him out because of what he does. Uh, King, yeah, Queen Dimakato says true there about William. His recent dresses in red, adoring of blood of our youth. You mean the king dead, King Prince Williams, um, gunning for. It's true. That's what they gun for, and that's what they will go for. At the same point, they wanted to ban TikTok in fear of its reach. Other than that, there is no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech. That's why we have to come up with strategies in order to talk to each other. Because everybody is targeted. If anyone talks, this is a fact. This is a fact. Everybody will be targeted. Anyone who wants to talk, this is what is going to happen, and this is what is happening. They're trying to silence the people in Kenya so that the black voices, the I mean, President William Ruto says he wants to talk to the leaders of he wants to have a conversation with the leaders of the protest in Kenya. But they have rejected, the young people have rejected him. They have rejected what he says, creating propaganda. They're saying he's going to have a dialogue. The young people said they will have a dialogue with him on Twitter uh, at their own, at their own will and at their own time. They want to have a conversation with him. King Bhutanankosi, King Bhutanankosi saying, "Salute royals, I'm too late." You are of course too late. Where were you? Where have you been? The class have been here now for a bit longer. Where have you been, King Bhutana Kosi? I will catch up later. What is happening with the channel? Past days, is it censored too? Couldn't get anything. Yes, we are actually censored, but the reason you were not receiving anything is because I was not around. I was not uploading. When I started the conversations today, I apologize for not being responsible to tell when I'm away. I thank you for all those who wait for me and for all those who wait to hear from me. I thank everybody. King there, one of our main supporters, the supporters of the channel. Queen Dimakato calls all the people who support this channel the royals. If you want to become part of the royals, you can attend every day when we've got a live session. Listen to what we talk about. You can join as well and become a member. You will also get videos that are only for members. Uh, that helps us to how to get away from this type of metric, the metrics that these people have put us under. Uh, Sipamandla gift. King Sipamandla Gift Mbeu says there is no media freedom because as soon as the reporting becomes factual, they destroy the journalist. Basically, media is another political tool to control masses. One day I will go live and actually talk about what is politics. Politics was not part of our lifestyle in Africa. Politics was not part of lifestyle in Africa. We did not even have the name politics because there were no politics in Africa. Politics, it's another term which came with the colonial masters when they have stolen the land and the resources. They had to put a structure in place in order to maintain what they have stolen, to keep themselves what they have stolen. That was the start of politics. King there. Mr. Objective. Hey, Mr. Objective, I guess you are king, Mr. Objective. Your window is too small. Extend it. We cannot see your notes. Oh, it's because of the window. Oh, thank you there. Thank you, Mr. Objective. Okay, let me extend the window. How can I make it? Uh-huh. How can I make it? Mhm. Okay, for today. For today. Okay, if you tell me if you can see this. Now can you see it? For a clue, for a hint, for a hint, this has been banned by President Ibrahim Traore. Just to give you a clue of what. Oh, it's better now. Thank you. I'll make the screen bigger. Okay, let's see. I think the class is now understanding what we're doing here. I'll check. Thank you, Mr. Objective. King Objective, I will call you. I think your suggestion was good. Actually helpful. Let me also try and wipe the camera. Maybe more clear. Good. Are we able to see? Difficult to. Are we able to see this one? Brothers, this one is a brother who was implemented just to destroy the people's thinking before the countries in across the world. In 2024, 64 countries across the world are in election. So this one was introduced so that the thinking of people can be reduced by the use of this thing, the use of this, the use of this to make sure that people and cannot see when the other one is getting implemented, so that when this one I have to put it like this. When this one get implemented, people are not able to see. People are stupid. They are not able to see when this one gets implemented. Because the purpose now is to implement my brother here, who is in my hand, full force. It's actually getting implemented in South Africa. The only stumbling block is President Zuma, whom they are trying to eliminate by all forces, by all means. Kenya and South Africa are at the same stage of implementing my brother here, who is in my hand. They are actually in the same stage of implementation. Uh, this one, before, just in the 60s, in the 50s and the 60s, black people were paying tax for keeping even a cat. These days is called vet. That's what the people in Kenya are fighting against. There's a lot of things. These days is called vet. Black people paying for existing, paying the other people for uh, black people for them for existing in their own land. Um, I just want to check the messages. Click the like button and subscribe. My name is Mgonim Konto, and you are on the Royal Opinion, where we are talking about several issues. We are talking about President Zuma's visit to Russia on a medical checkup. I say it's not only medical checkup, is in preparation of what is to come, uh, having international friends who will be able uh, to defend us when this time is coming, because it is coming here. It's gonna happen. The reason it's not happening at the moment, it's because we are under a leadership of somebody who is very matured, who basically want this thing to happen, who want to free black people without splitting any blood. President Zuma wants to free black people without any casualties. It's his wish. Now, KZN, it's heavily guarded by armed, uh, uh, heavily armed police and heavily armed soldiers. At the moment, KZN is heavily guarded. People in KZN may not know, the average citizen may not know, Zuma is in Russia. Ubalekele i-DC ye-ANC. Zuma Tsotsi. that's that's no, I don't think Queen Sbongile Mabaso there. I don't think that is the purpose. President Zuma is not petty like that. The DC of the ANC is a very petty thing. It has got nothing to do with black people and the freedom of black people. At Bongile, please tell Panyaza that Bongile GPU. We're also talking about what we call the government of national unity. The government of national unity. Um, the Helen Zille, the DA or white people need black people, need the ANC more than the ANC needs Helen Zille. If the sellouts are not able to realize that they can actually make money at this moment, they will never realize. This is the time where the white man needs the black man, or the sellout politician is too important to the white man, because now the white system is only standing on those people, the sellouts. The white system is only standing on top of the sellouts. Without the sellouts, the system has already collapsed. So the ANC or the DA needs the ANC far uh, uh, what is the word I can use? The DA needs the ANC more than the ANC needs the DA. Far more than the ANC needs the DA. Because the ANC is a sellout, and the whole thing is standing on top of the ANC. Um, that's where their house of paper is built on. KZN is heavily guarded. Yesterday, I came across three blocks. Uh, Ordinary people may not know, even international organizations, international spies organizations are in KZN. KZN is heavily guarded. Anyone who can try anything in KZN, they may meet their maker very soon than they have imagined. You people want another Zim. You are a setup. Listen to this one. Says, you people. What do you mean, you people? Why can't you say you black people? Why do you say you people? Why do you use that language? What do you mean, you people? Um, Tell us if you are a queen or a king. Ayesha Amo. Ayesha Amo. What do you mean, you people? Uh, Zandile Lepile says Ukona at Spungile Mabaso. I wonder how much you are paid. Yeah, we just keep on wondering how much these people are paid. We will just keep on wondering what can we say, because they keep on selling out. And what can we say? Click the like button and subscribe. This is the Royal Opinion. My name is Mngoni Mkonto, talking about several issues today, trying to catch up about quite a lot of issues that have already happened. The MK party provisionally withdrawing their case against the IEC. Um, the reason, obviously, the propaganda media taking it up immediately, creating news that MK has surrendered in the fight because they couldn't produce evidence of vote rigging about the in the court about the elections. MK party having uh, issued a statement confirming that they actually withdrew the case, provisionally withdrew. It's a strategic withdrawal of the case from the court, because the court wanted to dismiss the case on technical basis. They say there were other things that were, or other organizations that were supposed to be mentioned by name in the report, which were not mentioned by name in the evidence before the court. So they wanted to dismiss the case based on that. And then MK, having information about this and getting advice from their lawyers, had to withdraw the case only to relaunch it uh, later. And then Quindi Makato saying chest pains are real. No roadblocks is bigger than our revolutionary spirit, the blood of our fallen heroes. Let me display that. Quindi Makato saying chest pains are real. No roadblocks is bigger than our revolutionary spirit. The blood of our fallen heroes and heroines is crying for true freedom. Black people are crying for true freedom. Our ancestors died as slaves in the hands of the same enemies that are implementing full force slavery with us, having been sold out by our politicians, sold out by our kings and queens, the creation of the super kingdoms, those creation of the super kingdoms, selling out to the British, selling the land to the British Queen, uh, the land and the people owned by the British Queen, land of South Africa and all the colonies of the British Empire. And the American imperialism. Uh, we don't speak big English. We don't know big English, but we have to talk about these issues. We have to talk about these issues. So the struggle is the same. The struggle is the same. Black people all over Africa. The first countries to implement is South Africa and Kenya. Those are very important countries. Uh, South Africa being the gateway to enter Africa through the Cape Point, merging the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean coming together with the Indian Ocean in Cape Town. A very important point. Uh, White people want that strategic point. That's why they want Cape independence. So that even if maybe black people end up taking their land, they still own or they still have the Cape Town, which is the strategic point for them to be holding. Click the like button. My name is Mgonim Konto, and this channel is the Royal Opinion. You can support us by as well smashing the super thanks button. You smash it, super thanks button there, or by joining and becoming a member to also enjoy the members only packs and videos. Uh, where we talk about different issues, especially how to get out of the matrix, how to run away from the matrix, how to disappear from the matrix. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining the live stream. Uh, thank the kings and the queens who have joined the live stream. Thank to all the royals. A lot of royals are missing today. Maybe it's because I've been away for a while. I want to thank everybody for joining the live stream. Those who are new, we call Queen Dimakatsu says, you are a royal. So we call everybody the royals. Shed March 095. Good evening, beloved. We are the fruits today, the labor of our fathers. We are the fruits today, the labor of our fathers. He's saying, if I understand him well, then today we are the fruits, the labor of our fathers. Meaning today, whatever is happening, it's because of the investment of our ancestors. It's because of the investment of what the people who came before us has done on us. That is in my understanding there. Thank you for the message. Uh, I was just talking about the topic that we were talking about today is President Zuma's visit to Russia. We're talking about President Ibrahim Traore banning the media propaganda house, the France TV, and banning the adult content in Burkina Faso without even going to parliament about it. What do you think about it? Tell us your opinion. What do you think? And we need to continue and not sleep on our future. Queen Makato is one of our actually our resident coach or our resident presenter. She's one of the people who are very dangerous for the system, very dangerous. Our last session with her, it has been shadow banned. The video has been shadow banned, but it's still available to watch. Our our presentation that we did with Queen Makato, getting out of the city. Please go and watch that presentation. I think it was very, very powerful. Everybody who watches it attest to that fact that it's actually very powerful. She's actually our resident presenter. Very dangerous for the system. We're going to talk to her about our next session. I was actually saying goodbye to everybody for joining, thanking everybody for joining and saying goodbye. We will do another live session next time. The issues that I think we've exhausted the issues that we actually came out to discuss. I thank everybody for joining the live stream. Thank you very much.